today we went off to see 你好我是泰山老师就是韩国老师 I think everybody is 老师 and we went and saw Suicide Squad. No, we saw the Suicide Squad today. Did you know that's the difference in the titles?
Oh yeah, I think I did look up Suicide Squad 2, and what came up was the Suicide Squad, which I think is very appropriate, kind of.
Yeah, says the other one it's a Suicide Squad. This one is the Suicide Squad, and I guess we're doing a quick movie review. I had one question. The one question I have: did you ever see the whole Suicide Squad, the original?
Oh, the original.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I might have seen the whole thing, but I think it was probably late at night, and I was very sleepy, and it was a hotel room, and it was maybe a couple of years after the movie originally debuted.
Yeah.
So I don't remember much. I remember two of the song choices what I think were pretty good for that movie tone, and it set like the whole stage for pop culture changes for that year, which I think was crazy, but that's all I remember.
Do you remember what songs they were?
No.
Okay. Well, me neither. I don't remember the songs at all. I do remember it was free hotel HBO. Might have been Oxnard. Liked it better than the reviews because it was kind of generally, at least I thought, just generally looked at as a bad movie, and I kind of liked it for what it was. It was fine.
I think it had its problems, but I guess overall it was an okay movie.
So I'm assuming you're going to say this is a much better movie.
Yeah, I do think so. I think it is a much better movie. It does feel very different. I believe it's a different director, isn't it? Definitely
Yes,
different director.
definitely.
Different feel, different little details noticed that makes it a great movie. It really does not feel like the original Suicide Squad, but it has that original plot that I like, the original basis of we shoot this detonator in your head, you're a criminal, but you're gonna follow our orders. You can get 10 years off of your prison sentence if you don't follow our orders. We'll detonate the bomb in your head, and it's just a bunch of villains going on this almost road trip kind of thing to save the world.
Yeah. And it shows the villains can be heroes in their own movie.
Oh yeah, I do forget that that's technically what the movie is all about in the first place.
I think so. Because I think it's interesting. I don't follow DC much at all. So, someone who's really serious about, this kind of stuff is paying attention to, I don't know, Batman or Superman and saying, oh, these are the bad guys who bothered my heroes. Bland heroes, and then the villains are really good. And I think Marvel's the other way around, that Marvel has complicated heroes and the villains are just,
I think Loki is very complex, and in general, the entire MCU, it is, I guess, difficult to find a great villain in the MCU. You end up finding very stereotypical kind of villains, but I know villains like Killmonger and Hela from Thor Ragnarok were pretty great villains, but obviously they were kind of killed off, so now it's just up to the MCU to create another, I guess, great villain, but maybe that'll take a while. But yeah, I do agree with you on that.
Interesting fact about Killmonger.
Yeah.
The guy who played him, Michael B. Jordan, he was in The Wire.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's what he does. He always points out people who are in The Wire.
Yeah.
I have not watched The Wire.
I think it's
I do
important.
not want to watch The Wire.
Basically, she's watched The Wire, just on all the things that she's seen with people from The Wire in it, like Idris Elba.
To me, I do think it's crazy how, I guess, hundreds of actors have been in The Wire. That's at least what I think. I feel like he's pointed out hundreds of very famous, awesome people who were in The Wire. I have no idea what that means.
Actually, it's the same 5 people over and over again.
Okay,
but
I know he does point out.
Yeah.
I think he might have pointed out Idris Elba like 100 times.
Yeah, probably.
And it's been very predictable, but I feel like a lot of other people I did not know were in The Wire, apparently.
Yeah, but this isn't about The Wire. This is about the Suicide Squad. You want to say anything about your eyelids?
Oh yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but what did I try to do? Before we went to see the movie, maybe an hour before, because it does take me forever to do makeup, because I'm not a great makeup artist, but I just like to play around with what I can do with my face. I decided that I wanted to do a couple colors that would kind of represent the movie, but I just looked at the main poster for the Suicide Squad, and I saw that there were a lot of red and blue tones, mostly from Harley Quinn, which I loved. But I know a lot of outfits also had a lot of darker blues. And then in the center was this huge kind of bomb. It was a very like yellow kind of golden bomb. So I have the red, gold, blue, and then I have my really thick eyelashes.
Now, are these the colors that you used? Did you have to blend them, or is this just you picked that red and that's just one red that you could do?
I basically just picked one color each, and I didn't really. Usually, I think it would be better to use a blush and kind of blend in the colors. But honestly, the colors don't really blend well together in the first place. And like I said, I'm not great at makeup, and I thought it was actually good to let the colors kind of pop out.
One last thing, and I know I'm taking too deep a dive on this. Let's say the makeup set that you used. Is there more than one red? How many reds choices would you have? Different kinds of reds.
Okay, well, I have the James Charles palette, which unfortunately I don't recommend. I don't recommend it. It is an okay palette. I think the main thing about that palette is that I do think it's a terrible idea to try to blend the colors together. They don't blend very well. That's why I do try to pack them on. I think the colors do better when you pack them on the eyelid, and then it's pretty okay. It's okay for someone like me. I'm not too serious about makeup. I don't wear makeup a lot. I like to do it for little special occasions like these. I like to doll up my face a little bit. And I think I have another palette from another canceled YouTuber, and I'm just kind of waiting until those palettes kind of just wear out. I think they're technically expired by now, but I really haven't used those palettes very often. So I am actually okay with the James Charles palette for the variety of colors, but I'm sure there are so many other great makeup palettes out there that are high quality that you can blend very well and you can pack very well. But I'm just saying, this is what I got so far. I'm actually kind of okay with it.
Okay, but I'm going to restate my question. How many reds do you have?
I think like two.
Okay.
One red kind of like this, and then one more of an orange.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay, because I was going to compliment you on your choices. That I think you did.
Oh, okay.
You did pick the right colors. That does evoke the movie to me.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So well done. Really, I think that. The patriotic character, I don't know their names, but his coloring was very similar to that.
Was it Peacemaker?
Yeah, Peacemaker.
Yes, John Cena.
More John Cena, yeah. Who I got confused with the other guy. I think they look similar.
Oh, yes, I think the Colonel. I forget what his name was.
The Colonel.
Yeah.
Here's my theory, which is mine.
Are we going into spoilers now?
No, not so much. It's just that there's these actors. This is behind the scenes. I think the original choice for the Peacemaker was not going to be John Cena. It was going to be Dave Bautista.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with Dave Bautista.
Okay, there you go. And he would have been great. And John Cena was great. I loved John Cena in it. But Dave Bautista, in some ways, would have been a better choice because there's a difference between he and that other character. That other character was in the first movie. Did you know that? So he was in Suicide Squad.
No.
The people they brought back, because as soon as I got home, I started doing research because I'm already starting to forget the movie. But the Viola Davis, of course, Margot Robbie, Killian Kinnaman is John something Kinnaman. He was in a TV show I used to watch where he was very thin, and he might have been on drugs in the show, not the actor. He's fine. Was it the Colonel?
Yeah, I guess that was the character.
Some kind of rank flag. There was a flag. Did he say something? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, the boomerang guy was from the original movie.
Oh, okay.
And this movie did, even though it seemed like kind of a reboot of Suicide Squad, it did nothing to say, hey, that other stuff didn't happen. It still basically takes place in the same world as the other one, which I thought was good. Hannah Lao Shi, I want to thank you for joining me, and let's say 再见 to the nice people.
Okay.
再见.
再见.